Hello everyone, thanks for watching my repair video. If you find it useful, please like and subscribe, it helps a lot. Okay, you can see here I've got some hair trimmers. I've already begun the repair a little bit. I use pliers to hold some strands of copper wire in place, and using my soldering iron on the lowest setting, which for me is 200 degrees Celsius. I'm going to want it very low. And I have a flat tip on the end of this soldering iron, which is helpful. Now you hold the copper stranded wire in place and melt it down into the plastic. You're just going to want to slowly work your way along the strands. The heat will transfer very nicely into the copper and it will slowly sink down into the plastic. Like I said, you're going to want an adjustable soldering iron, ideally because a standard soldering iron with one setting is going to get way too hot. You're going to end up burning your plastic, melting through it in ways that are not going to make you happy. So get an adjustable one, and a flat tip is also very helpful. Now these copper strands they're not super thin, they're a little thicker, which is nice. It's a little stronger repair. On this particular part, it's very thin and very skinny area that I needed to repair, and copper stranded wire seemed like the perfect solution. If you're doing a larger repair, lots of times aluminum window screen or some stainless steel screen is going to work really, really well, because it will offer reinforcement in multiple directions. You can turn it so that the wires are moving in a diagonal pattern through the break. It will make for a very nice repair that's strong in more than one direction. But for this particular application, this is fantastic. I've tried many different kinds of super glues, plastic super glues with special conditioner bonders and things, and none of them will hold up for a thin plastic functional repair. They're terrible. They're a waste of time. If you use them at all, you could use them to initially hold the plastic pieces together while you perform this repair using metal reinforcement. And of course, metal reinforcement, you're not going to want to use this in parts that go in the microwave or something similar. But for a standard functional part, it's perfect. So as you can see here, I've got the copper stranded wire melted down into the plastic fairly evenly. For a functional repair, you're just going to want to make this where your plastic pieces are in the right position, where the copper stranded wire is down below the surface, and your plastic is smoothed over the copper in a reasonable way. If you're trying to make a repair that's more aesthetically pleasing, then of course sand it down smooth. You can use Bondo epoxy body filler or something similar, smooth it over the repair, wait for it to harden, and then sand that smooth again, and then you can paint your part with something like a Rust-Oleum 2X paint, which will bond to plastic, or something similar. Of course, just make sure your plastic is very clean. You can clean it initially with soap and water, let that dry. You can clean it with 91% alcohol, which will help quite a bit. A quick wipe with acetone can also be helpful. You don't want to leave the acetone on the plastic for very long, though, of course. You don't want to soak it or anything like that. So now I'm smoothing over the plastic, bringing the high ridges down, getting everything a little more uniform, making sure that the curves and the necessary parts are all intact in the way that they need to be for the part to still function. Again, I don't want this, I don't need it to be that pretty. I just need it to work. And this particular piece had broken on both sides, which this is showing you that this is definitely a strong repair. It's repairing two thin connection points. They're the only two points that hold this on, and I'll of course show it a test here at the end so you can see how well it works and how strong it is. Again, just getting it all reasonably smoothed out, and now we'll sand it down a bit here too and knock down the high points a little more. So here it is sanded. fairly smooth. Again, I'm not going to fill it with Bondo. Good and strong. Slides right onto the clippers. Adjusts as it should. And this will hold up. The other side will probably break before this side breaks. It's a very strong repair. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.